Hi, I'm Ashley, co-founder of Therabyte. Today I'm going to step you through a mock video session between a practitioner and a client and what that looks like. So in keeping with best guidelines and what we suggest, I've already chatted with my client today. I know they've got the latest version of Chrome downloaded on their desktop. They've received that account setup email and they've already created their password. So now we're ready for them to get that reminder email, log into their portal, and join that session. So this is going to be the first session I have with this client, so I'm going to take some time to teach them the platform today. So entering my own practice setup, I've got my client here, and I'm going to go ahead and join that session. So you'll see that I'm being deployed in a new tab, and I'm coming in with my camera off and I'm muted. So I'm going to turn my camera on so my client sees me when they get in. They should be here any second. I am just keeping myself muted because I'm recording. So, all right, great. My client is here. They've arrived. All right. Hi, Papa Rios. How are you? Oh, Papa Rios, you are muted. I can't hear you. Can you unmute? Hi. Awesome. How are you today? Good. So excited to see you. So welcome to our teletherapy platform. I'm just going to show you a couple of things so that we can work together today. So if you can just look to the left side of your screen, do you see a little computer? Okay, when you click on that computer, that will let you share your entire screen. You can share just one application window, or you can share a Chrome tab. So as we work together, when I send you a handout, I may have you share your screen with me so that we can keep working together. Awesome, nice job. Now that you've already shared your screen, can you go ahead and click your camera button while you're sharing your screen? Hi, perfect. There you go. Now I can see your screen and I can see you. So I'm going to show you what that looks like on my end. All right, so I'm sharing one of my Chrome tabs, and then I'm going to click back to the window where we're having our session, and I'm going to click on the camera. So now you should be able to see my screen and see me. Can you see me? Awesome. Okay. So we have a couple options on the left side. We have a toggle. So if you see that in the right side, there's 4 little cubes. So that changes our view. So we can be side by side. And the last thing I wanted to show you is the chat. So we're going to pop back over to the left side of the screen, and you'll see a little, kind of like a speech bubble. And that allows us to chat back and forth. So we might do this, I might say, hi, maybe if we're having some technical difficulties and I can't hear you, I might just let you know that here. Can you see my message? Awesome. Fantastic. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a couple of other ways that we can interact. So these are the features that we currently have with Therabyte, and we have a few other options. So the one I'm going to share right now is a whiteboard option. Now, Therabyte version 2.0 is going to have a whiteboard, but while we're waiting for that feature to come out, we have another way to share that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I'm going to share a different one. So I have the whiteboard already open. It's called Awwapp. Now, it's super easy. All I have to do is go invite. And what this is going to do is it's going to give me a link so I copy that link. Now I'm going to pop back over to my session, and I'm going to open that chat, and I'm going to drop this link right there for my client. All right, Papa Rios, you should see a link that I just added into our chat. Do you see that? Awesome. All right, if you can click on that link, then we should be able to start sharing a whiteboard. I see you. Fantastic. Great. Now, if we want to continue seeing our client while continuing to use the whiteboard, we can grab this tab and pull it out of our Chrome window. And then I'm going to teach you a little trick. We hit Control Option Command, and what this does, they're the three buttons to the left of your spacebar. And so we go Control Option Command, push all those three buttons at the same time, and then the arrows on the right side of the screen, we're going to push it to the left. So now that just pushes the whiteboard to the left. Now I can come back to my window where I'm having this session. Here we are. And I'm going to push that over to the right. So now we can see what we're doing here on the whiteboard together, and we can continue to see each other. Next, I'm going to share with you how you can use Google Docs and Slides as a tool to share resources with your client. So, Papa Rios, if you can come to the chat, I'm going to share a link with you. Hopefully you should see that link there. If you click on that, I have a document. Perfect. If you click on that, we're going to work on this together. Fantastic. I'm feeling fantastic today. How are you feeling? Fine and dandy. Fine and dandy. Awesome. Okay, so this is how we can use Google Docs as a tool to share resources with our client in an interactive way. Meanwhile, you can see on the left-hand side of my screen, I'm able to continue to take notes, while the right-hand screen, I am sharing a document. Now, if you wanted to continue to see your client, again, you have that option to pull that tab out, and we can scoot it over to the left side so we can continue to see our client while we're working on a document together. Okay, well, thank you so much. This was awesome to get a start, and I'll see you next week for our session. Okay, bye. All right, and there you have it. That is what it looks like to have a session on Therabyte. So there you have it. We've just reviewed how to have a session with Therabyte Meet. We looked at how you can screen share both ways with your camera on or off. We took a look at when on a Mac, you can push your screens from one side to the other so that you can view multiple things. We looked at the Whiteboard app, how you can integrate that to have that sharing with your client. We also looked at how you can use Google Docs and Slides to share resources back and forth. The last tool I'm going to share with you is called Skitch. And this is where we pull the pieces together because now we need to capture this information in our charting. So we use the whiteboard and we also had our Google Doc. And on the left side of our screen, we have our chart note. So we want to make sure we capture this information in a safe and secure way. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to copy what we did and we're just going to paste it into our chart note just like that. Now where Skitch is helpful is with the whiteboard. So I've got Skitch, it lives up here in the top bar. You would be able to access it after you've downloaded it from your application window, and we can do a crosshair snapshot. There are other tools that do this. This is the one that I prefer. So there we go. We capture that. We can annotate on here anything that's important. We go ahead and copy and paste that into our chart note. We can resize that image if we want it smaller. Skitch is also really handy if you're in the middle of a session and you want to capture something a client is sharing with you from their screen. You can also use that to screen capture any part of your screen. So there you have it. Now we've taken that information and the tools that we've used through the whiteboard and Google Docs, and we've brought that safely into our secure platform where we can now save that information, create our plan. We have a session already booked and we can go ahead and save that. So that closes the loop on our mock session for today. Thank you so much for joining us.